Texas League Baseball is next. This one brought to you in part by Dr. Pepper, home of the Tulsa Drillers. And good evening, everybody. We'd like to welcome you into our proud broadcast here on this Saturday night. And now, here's the star in the show of the Texas League, John Baker. Thank you, Bob, and good evening, everybody from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we get set for the fifth game of our six-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Tulsa Drillers. Well, gotta say, it's going to be a beautiful night for baseball. Temperature at 83 degrees. There will be a breeze coming from the center to right field areas. It's going to be a pretty good night for, feels like fall, almost like a Halloween evening. Yeah, I got to say, John, it sure feels like that here tonight, here in Tulsa. Got to say, it's going to be a good evening. It's comfortable. Everybody could come out to the ball game, and so far going to be pretty good as well. Well, we're just getting some comments. San Antonio saying a pretty good sunset tonight. And yes, we're looking at it. The sun is moments away from setting on this Saturday night. It is going to be a pretty night. And let me tell you, the best night is yet to come. Series concludes tomorrow evening at 7:05, and yes, this is the last home game for the Tulsa Drillers for the year. After that, they'll head up to Wichita. Bob, you and me will get ready to head home as well as we go back to San Antonio and get ready for the sixth finale against the Springfield Cardinals. Then after that, we got our Texas League playoff rounds coming up. It's the best of three. We have Frisco and Midland taking each other on. And Springfield taking on Arkansas, but we will see who they're going up against. And that is yet to be determined at this time. Go online now at drillersbaseball.com. Purchase and print your tickets all through the Texas League, whatever city you're in, from San Antonio to Amarillo, Midland, Frisco, Corpus Christi, or anywhere that's got home games left this season, and you are pretty much good to go. Well, we are into our pregame show, and I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. Good evening there, Bob.
Good evening, John. Thank you for having us.
Well, I got to say, it has been one heck of a evening for the San Antonio Missions last night, as they won by a final. And yes, we are going to look at that. I think it was 11-7 yesterday. But we'll look. Nope, it was pretty much San Antonio winning by, I think, 13-8. But yeah, it was a pretty good ball game. Yes, and San Antonio winning last night 13-8 against Tulsa, as we're looking at it right now. And yeah, so far it was a pretty good game last night. And what are we expecting tonight, Bob?
Well, I got to say, John, that 13-8 victory for San Antonio, they're going to try to get another one here tonight. And hopefully they'll get at least a couple more before we head back home to San Antonio after tomorrow's game.
Well, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right about that. Well, hope you guys are super excited. We're going to make this pregame show short and sweet. This one brought to you in part by Dr. Pepper. And yes, our guys up there, and horse favorite riding place is Spring Creek Stables and West Creek Trail Rides there in San Antonio, Texas, and pretty good as well. Well, we are just moments away from first pitch, and back here after our first break here in the Texas League. Fifth game of six coming up between the San Antonio Missions and your Tulsa Drillers. Well, to get this one started here tonight, Michael Peterson will get the ball for Tulsa. What do we know, Bob? 98 on the four-seamer, slider, two-seam fastball. He's ready to go for the Drillers here in this one. Left fielder is Corey Howell as we get things started. Beautiful night. Just a small little cloud as you can see it right there in center. We're underway as we're getting things off and running here at 7:05. Peterson puts in a strike, and here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss slider, and the count now 0-2. Well, we got tonight and tomorrow only in the home games here for the Tulsa Drillers. Yeah, that's right, John. It's been a pretty good homestand thus far, and so far Tulsa winning the last three of that series, and San Antonio winning last night. Yeah, that's true. Right there, swing and a miss, and that is out number one. Peterson gets the first strike of the night. Should I say the strikeout? Yeah, pretty much you might want to put the strikeout right there with the first one. Right there, John. Yeah, thank you, Bob. I'll keep that in mind. Marcos Castellon coming in now. No balls, one strike to him. That one is chopped up right to second. Shortstop gets it right to first, and that's out number two.
The center fielder, Joshua Mears.
Well, Joshua Mears, the center fielder, coming in. He's ready to go. Gorgeous night for us here in good Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right, Bob? Gotta say, love the road travel. We got away from San Antonio for a while, but after tomorrow, we're headed home. That's right. That is Groundhopper to short. Throw to first. Get him in time by a footstep, and that's the third out, and the half inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on for San Antonio. We head on to the bottom of the first. It's no score through the top half of one. Well, back here is San Antonio's right-hander will get ready to go. And it's off now to the bottom of the first. No score. This proud broadcast is brought to you in part by Dr. Pepper. And our fans out there in San Antonio watching on the big giant scoreboard as well. And West Creek Trail Rides, good evening from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We now head to the bottom of the first inning for Tulsa, right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. So, Sean Reynolds being called upon to pitch here tonight. What do we know, Bob? 4-seam slider, 2-seam fastball, but most important of all is that 4-seam fastball. He's got a speed difference on that one. 97 mile per hour. Boy, you better watch this guy because he'll strike you out in a heartbeat. Chris Aline is up first for Tulsa as we are about ready to go for the bottom half of the home first. The pitch by Reynolds is high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Got a great crowd here tonight, right, Bob? Just get your tickets now while they last. You only have this home game and tomorrow as well. Drillers head to Wichita after this game. San Antonio will head home to take on Springfield. 6-game set with the Cardinals St. Louis affiliate. That's right there and out of play. That's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Aline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, swing and get him down. Reynolds on a strikeout. And there's 1 away for him. Taylor Young coming in now for Tulsa. Set to go is Reynolds. He takes that one in for a strike. It's 0-1. Boy, so far just a beautiful night as the sun going over our left field wall. Yeah, I got to tell you, John, beautiful evening. San Antonio natives are saying it's beautiful with a breeze. Feels like 75 degrees with the little wind blowing. Yeah, it sure does. 0-2. That one fouled off, and it's 0-2. Well, still hanging on there is Young. Got a lot of kids off on their weekend break. Pretty good as well. That's a ground hopper to the second baseman, Dunn. He'll give it right to Michael De La Cruz, out number 2. And there are 2 away here in this half inning. Devin Keith coming in now. In the stretch is Reynolds. He looks in. The pitch. That is high in the air. Castellon goes over and looks at it. And that is going to be allowed to go foul, so 0-1. Got to give a shout-outs to all of our viewers up in YouTube Live. Good evening. The 0-1. That is high in the air. Castellon in front of it, makes the grab, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one on for Tulsa. As we played 1 inning, it's on now to the second with no score. We're back here after these commercial messages as first baseman Michael De La Cruz will start the top of the second inning for San Antonio when we come back. Top of the second start for San Antonio right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Michael De La Cruz coming in now as we lead off the second inning for San Antonio. The pitch. That is blistered high in the air, up to right. Right on the warning track is the right fielder. Makes a out, and that is out number one to the right fielder.
Third baseman, Graham Hawley.
Gold Glove winner of the year, third baseman Graham Polly. Stepping in, and his sights is in a slider. And the count now 0-1. Boy, a little more distance, and that would have been a home run.
Yeah, I would say, John, he would have had that one. That would have been a hit.
Ground hopper in front of the pitcher, right to first. And that's a quick out number 2.
Kai Murphy.
Designated hitter, Kai Murphy. Set to go. The pitch to him. That's down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, we got a good crowd here tonight. Most of the seats are almost taken up.
Yeah, I got to say, John, pretty good right there.
That's a liner right up the middle of center field, base hit for San Antonio's designated hitter. Boy, Kai Murphy, he's coming in and he's saying, no, 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 we're not going to get 1, 2, 3. We need some base hits in there. Second baseman in the 7th spot, Lucas Dunn coming in. Boy, San Antonio 13-8 last night, and that was a good ball game.
Yeah, it sure was, John. The Missions held up, and they got the victory right there and then.
And tonight, a new night for all of us as we watch here on YouTube Live, and for all of us. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lucas Dunn, as that'll miss outside. Peterson for Tulsa now up 16 pitches through the start of 2 innings for him on the mound. That is high in the air up to right. And that's going to do it. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left for San Antonio. On now to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. It's still no score through 2.5. So we're back here with more Texas League baseball as Griffin Lockwood Powell will get things started for the home half of the 2nd inning for the Drillers. We're back for more right after this.
About ready to go for the bottom of the 2nd for Tulsa right now on the Drillers Baseball Network.
Griffin Lockwood Powell stepping in now. Bottom of 2 for the Drillers here tonight. Back after our Dr. Pepper break. That is hit to shortstop Ditter. He'll give it to first baseman De La Cruz, out number 1.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Delton.
The catcher is Dalton Rushing as he comes in. Reynolds looks in from the sights. And the pitch. Right there and in for a strike. It's 0-1. Sun's starting to reflect off of everything. You know, the trees, the whole outfield area. Yeah, it sure is, John. It's pretty. Beautiful combination of colors. Right there, line drive. That's a base hit. Castellon gets it. Boy, they would hold him to a single, but it felt like he was about ready to go to second for a double. Yeah, but instead he didn't like his chances, so that's a smart idea of holding him at first. Brendan Lewis coming in now as he's ready. Hits that one high fly in the air up the left. That is a foul ball outside. Kids go chasing after it. No balls, 1 strike to Lewis. The pitch. Strike in there, and it's 0-2. No balls, the 2 strikes to count now to him. 0-2. High in the air, up to right, and that's going to land foul. No balls, the 2 strikes to Lewis. The pitch. Chop foul and still hanging on. The 0-2. Right there in the inside. Strike 3. Backward K for him. Reynolds gets a second strikeout. Third baseman in the hot corner for Tulsa, Logan Wagner. Coming in, and that's a high pop-up right there. Second baseman done. Getting in range of second to make the play. Inning over. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left on for Tulsa. We're through 2, and it's no score as we head to the 3rd for San Antonio in this one. Third inning set to go for San Antonio right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter set to go here, half inning. 8-9-1, top of the 3rd inning. Thank you, Bob. Ready to go. That is a slider fouled off by the backstop, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike in the pitch. The outside, 1-1. Just a gorgeous evening, wrap up. Yeah, it is. Picnic, night out. It's really good. That one is high. Up to right. Watch it go. Hit the wall, young man. Boy, rob a home run from San Antonio, and boy, a few more inches, it would have been gone. Kind of reminds me back in 2019 when the Drillers went up against Corpus Christi. That guy went over the wall and he had it. Yeah, he sure did. Robbed a home run away from Corpus Christi. And pretty much the Hooks were not happy about that. No, they were not. They were angry. They wanted to go whoop Tulsa bad. Yeah, there at Bayfront Park, I remember that year. That one right there, the count now 0-2. A lot of memorable moments there at Bayfront Park. That one is lifted high in the air. And it is on the wall. Boy, 2 back-to-back wall hits for the right fielder and center fielders. But 2 away on those, both caught on those. Pretty much the wind, I think, is knocking those down. And that'll bring up Corey Howell as he comes in.
0-1's the count.
No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That is right to left, a base hit. Boy, and left fielder Howell coming in and getting that base hit to first. Well, next batter up is Marcos Castellon. The pitch. That one in for a strike, gets 0-1. Ground out in the first, 0-1 tonight by Castellon as he's coming in, an 0-1 count, 2 outs, runner at first. That is Corey Howell. Pitch to him, and that is slow roller up to the ground. Shortstop will force him out at second, inning over. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for San Antonio. 3.5 complete, no score through the third half of this third inning. Noah Miller will lead it off for the bottom of 3. When we come back, it's no score through 3.5. Now head to the bottom half of the third for the Drillers right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Noah Miller set to go as leading off the bottom of the third. The pitch to him. That one is inside the corner strike. Yeah, it sure is. Right there, John. No balls, 1 strike to Miller. As he comes in, ready to go. That one is slow roller up to De La Cruz. Step on the bag. Out number 1.
Batting 9, the center fielder, Chris Newell.
Center fielder is Chris Newell. He comes in for Tulsa. Ready to go. And the pitch. That one is foul. Right there off the fence. No balls, 1 strike to Newell. And the pitch to him. High in the air up to left. Howell in pursuit. Under it, makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Ali.
Chris Aline coming in now is 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first inning. Here's the pitch. That one is high. And shoot, that was close. Whoa. 2.5 almost outside. Little more inside, it would have been a home run for Tulsa. Yeah, it sure would have been, John. That yellow foul pole, if it was to hit that, it would be still a home run. That one fouled off. The count now 0-2. Arkansas has a pretty good lead. Top of the 5th against Corpus Christi. They lead 5-1. Good night for Arkansas. Here's the 0-2. That one, glove, knocks it down. Can he recover? Yes, he does. And that's the 3rd out of this home half of 3. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one on for Tulsa. That's 3 innings tonight, and it's still no score as we head to the 4th. Center fielder Joshua Mears leads it off for San Antonio. When we come back, no score, 3-3. Got ready to go for the 4th inning for San Antonio right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Center fielder Joshua Mears striding up now, 3-4-5, top of 4 for San Antonio. Swing and a miss, first pitch out, and that's 0-1. That one in for a strike, it's 0-2. Boy, I'll tell you one thing, John. First 2 pitches called strikes. Boy, I want to see that again on slow motion. Yeah, me too. No balls, 2 strikes to him. Outside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, Rockhounds and Sod Poodles are scoreless. They're pretty much 4 innings going in. Right there, pass to the pitcher on the ground hopper, and he gets him out at first. And that's out number 1. Mears going down on the grounder. They'll make him chop beef tonight. Boy, that's funny, John. Is the cow still mooing there at your parents' house?
Whoa, that's down.
Yeah, 3 heifers. Oh, Michael De La Cruz coming in.
Outside, that's a ball.
2 balls and no strikes. That's funny. I gotta tell you. Gotta commend you on them funny cow jokes. Right there, ground hopper to second, throw to first, and plenty of time. Out number 2.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, Graham Hawley.
3rd baseman Graham Polly stepping in. Ground out in the second is 0 for 1. Well, you got to say 3 up, 3 down for both San Antonio and Tulsa here tonight. Golly, Bob, have you ever seen something this beautiful? You know, you look at the sky, you see how clear it is, a sunset. It's going to be a good night tonight. Beautiful conditions going through the overnight here in Tulsa. Yeah, 1 more motel stay for us, partner, and well, actually, we probably got 2 more. We'll head out probably Monday morning. Yeah, for sure. Head back to San Antonio, a 8 hour and 28-minute drive.
3-2.
Or maybe just, catch the bus. I brought my car. Oh, okay, so I'll ride with you then. High in the air up the left, and that is out number 3. Well, 4.5 innings, no scores here tonight. And yes, we do have the bottom of the 4th coming up. Young Keith and Lockwood Powell coming up to lead it off, bottom of 4. And it's no score through 4.5. So we're back right after this from our Texas League proud announcer of Dr. Pepper. Oh yes, I gotta say, it is the best prune juice in Texas League baseball. That is what Dr. Pepper is. It's a pretty good drink. It's a chillaxing type drink as well. I mean, I gotta tell you. Yeah, just put your ice in there, a few ice cubes, make you feel like you're on vacation nearly. Yeah, that for sure. Well, anyway, our proud sponsors are saying hello to us from San Antonio, and that is West Creek Trail Rides and Spring Creek Stables, 2 horseback riding places that all of us love. Book your $50 horseback ride and visit westcreektrailridessanantonio.com to book yours today. Don't forget, they are off on Monday, so check them out Tuesday through Sunday, and you are pretty much good to go. Well, we lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning. Taylor Young coming in now for Tulsa. Boy, scoreless. 4.5 innings worth of baseball here tonight. Does something change? I mean, what's the deal? Not a lot of hard hit balls here, John. That's the big deal about it. Yeah, for sure. Reynolds now pitching 27 through his first 4.5 innings worth for San Antonio tonight. That one right there, the count now 0-2. Last ever meetup tomorrow evening, 7:05 first pitch, as these 2 ball clubs will come face to face. That one up to Castellon. He gets it out and right as it hangs in midair for him to get, and that's out number 1. Devering Keith 0 for 1, line out in the first. Coming in here for the Drillers. Here's the pitch.
Nope.
That one outside, 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 delivery. And that's a slow roller up to second baseman Dunn. Flip it to De La Cruz, out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Griffin Lockwood Powell.
Griffin Lockwood Powell coming in, 0 for 1, ground out in the second. Boy, this could be Sean Reynolds' last evening of work for San Antonio here tonight. Yeah, it might be, John. I mean, I tell you one thing, that's one thing you got to look out for is your pitcher. The pitching coach and managers are looking at him from the dugout. They're saying, well, he's going pretty good. He's getting strikeouts. But I'll tell you one thing, that's good. Right there to De La Cruz as he takes it himself, and that is 4 complete with no scores. On out to the 5th inning, Murphy, Dunn, and Ditter coming up to lead off the 5th for San Antonio when we come back. No score through 4 in this one. Well, top of the fifth inning for San Antonio right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Guy Murphy, the designated hitter, will stride up. Thank you, Bob. Beautiful night among us, and yes, we do see a crescent-shaped moon tonight, right? I gotta say, right there, John. Boy, just a beautiful night here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Just a beautiful night for us. Be a beautiful next week in San Antonio. Gonna be nice. Yeah, sure is. Especially they've had a little bit of rain, so good for one more fireworks show Saturday. Yeah, that's true. Well, one more homestand for us in San Antonio, then it's back on the road, my good partner. Yeah, for sure. So, are we headed to Frisco after that? Yeah, we might be. So, the 18th and 19th will be game division 1 and 2. And then a third on the 20th. Pretty good as we get ready to get things going for our Texas League finalists who won the first places like Frisco and Springfield. Midland being announced a winner. Ball four is that will be Murphy getting down the first, and before Lucas Dunn comes up, here's the manager, going out to relieve the starter Peterson out of this ball game, and he's doing pretty good, but they're not taking any chances for Tulsa. So now they're going to turn to a right-hander, Ricky Vanasco, as he'll start the relief process for the Drillers. 96 on a four-seam fastball, 12-6 curve changeup. He's got three to choose from, and he could choose all three if he wants to. Yeah, for sure, John. Runner at first, Murphy at first base. Lucas Dunn at the plate now. Boy, that would have been a home run fastball right there, but he swings and misses, and the count now 0-1. Kevin Gowdy is coming in, and boy, I tell you one thing, as you heard that swing and a miss, boy, you heard the wind going right behind that baseball bat. But I tell you one thing, he was trying to hit that home run fastball. Throw to first, and they're keeping him close. No balls and 2 strikes to the 7th of the lineup for San Antonio.
1 ball.
And that'll back him off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rockhound scored 2 against Amarillo. That's pretty good. Yeah, it sure is, John. And maybe they'll keep up and get something going. Yeah, Midland holds that first place position, but evidently Frisco is the first place winners. So maybe it'll be something. Right there, the first baseman will make the grab, calling off the right fielder.
Now batting, shortstop.
And that's out number 1.
Ditter.
Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming in now for San Antonio. Now, I gotta say, I was thinking of something. I don't know what, but it'll come to me. No balls, 1 strike to Ray Patrick Ditter as he's 0 for 1. Runner still hanging on at first, and that's going to be in for a strike. It's 0-2. Boy, now they make it a 3-0 ball game for Midland as they go against Amarillo. So it's Rockhounds 3, Amarillo nothing. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. But another run in to score now makes it 4-0. Boy, and a pass ball and a wild pitch on that one would get that 4th run for Midland in to score. So they lead it 4-0. against Amarillo.
That's ball two.
That one right there, 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, and San Antonio trying to get in here tonight. That's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 2-1. So we got 3 finalists that are advancing forward. One more. We are going to be checking up on that and saying, well, allow me to do the honors here, John. Well, thank you, Bob. So evidently with Springfield, that's right there, the full count, and it's 3-2. Well, they still haven't decided on the 4th advancing to the finalist spot. But we know Frisco, Springfield, and Midland are the first 3. Well, a swing and a miss, that will pretty much do. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 1 left. 5.5, and still no score. Dalton Rushing coming in. Lewis and Wagner will follow suit behind him. And it's still no score through 5.5. About ready to go to the 5th inning, or bottom of the 5th, right now for the Drillers Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. But yeah, we're not top of 5 anymore. We are pretty much bottom of 5. It's Dalton Rushing coming in. That one hard hit up to right field. Castellon camped under it, makes the grab. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Brandon.
Designated hitter is Brendan Lewis. Strikeout in the 2nd is 0 for 1. The pitch. Right there and in for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, you think this could go at least 5 innings or the whole game without no score in? Yeah, that would be bad enough for us, John. People are getting bored. They're wondering what's going to happen. Is it going to score here? Is it going to score there? Golly, why don't I just play with a nail gun and shoot my foot? Ouch! Yeah, I probably wouldn't play with a nail gun if I was you there, Bob. Yeah, you'd end up like Tim Allen on Home Improvement. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty funny. Tim Allen, he's like, tell you what, we'll go to the break now. Yeah, now it's like, oh, that's gotta hurt. Yeah, it does. Oh! Oh, man. Don't you ever love the reruns of Home Improvement? Yeah, I sure do. It's a really fun TV show. It's funny, last 8 years, 200 episodes. Pretty good. High in the air to center fielder Mears, and he makes the grab, and that's out number 2.
The batter, the third baseman.
Boy, one more, and it'll pretty much be it. Third baseman is Logan Wagner as he comes in. Partner, my phone is dying. Would you plug it in? Yeah, for sure I will. There you go. Thank you. You'll want the first pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, we're 5.5 and no score, so this game looks to go quickly. Yeah, a lot of 3 up, 3 down innings, and I tell you what, John, a ball game could go quick. Well, a lot of fans coming up, and boy, a lot of money poured into the tickets tonight. Go 2. That one high fly in the air, foul, and it's hanging on at still 0-2 the count. You know, average on ticket sales has been really good for Tulsa over the years. Yeah, it sure has, John. I mean, minor league baseball and the Dodgers and Padres or whatever affiliation town you're in, if you got a pretty good crowd and they keep coming out to the ball games, that's going to be really good. Yeah, for sure. But as it was like in New Orleans, well, during the time that San Antonio was in AAA back in 2019, the Baby Cakes were a class action bankruptcy and pretty much one more AAA season up in New Orleans. Pretty much not a lot of people went to their games, and I've watched their live stream, and I was like, well, shoot, why do they have a stadium for if they barely have anybody showing up? I mean, not making enough revenue, that will really kill you. Yeah, it will, John. So, yes, the Baby Cakes, they're no longer around. They went out of business after 2019. They go to Twins AA affiliation during that year. I mean, 2020 comes in, COVID hits, and off, but the count now 0-2. Still hanging on is Wagner. He fouled off 10 at bats. One more time, 0-2. And that's a slow roller. Fouled off now, and here comes the pitching coach as he's on his way out to the mound. It looks like Sean Reynolds will be calling it a night, and Stephen Kolek will be coming in for San Antonio here this evening. Well, pitching change for the Missions here tonight. And this will take us to our first Dr. Pepper broadcast of our pitching change for San Antonio. Best prune juice in America here in this one. Stephen Kolek, 96 on a 4-seam changeup cutter, a 2-seamer. Gotta say, it's pretty good. He's now ready for San Antonio. 0-2, here's the pitch. That is high in the air, and that's going to get a base hit in. Wagner as second on a 2-out double. Well, they need one more hit, and that would get them in a run. Yeah, for sure. Noah Miller coming in now. He's ready. The pitch. Chopped foul. It's 0-1. Boy, it's a pretty good ball game there in Springfield. Cardinals and Northwest Arkansas. One more game tomorrow for the Naturals and Cardinals tomorrow evening. It's right there, and the count now 0-2. Well, it'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch for them. So pretty nice on a Sunday afternoon.
Ball, that pitch is out.
That one pitches out, and the count now 1-2. So we got Arkansas and Corpus Christi. We got to look at them. 1:35 tomorrow afternoon. High in the air, up to third baseman Polly, and he's got it. Well, into 5. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for Tulsa. Top of the 6th inning coming up on the Saturday night, and it's still no score. So we're back here as left fielder Corey Howell will strike up for San Antonio. When we come back, it's no score through 5. About ready for the top of the 6th inning for San Antonio right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, I got to say, Bob, before we get started with all that, we got a new score coming from Midland as the Rockhounds' final score against the Amarillo Sod Poodles, final 4-0. They win the 80th. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good for the Midland Rockhounds in that one. Yeah, it sure is, Bob. Well, anyway, we head now to the top of the 6th inning as left fielder Corey Howell steps in. Crescent-shaped moon, stars coming out. Oh, it's just a beautiful night, right, Bob? Yeah, it sure is, John. Aaron Oshabine is coming in. Johnny Rooney coming out. Righty and the lefty warming up in the Drillers bullpen. That's in for a strike. It's 1-1. Yep. Hopefully San Antonio or Tulsa could get in here and get something going. Yes, that's for sure, John. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, Midland will have one more home game starting tomorrow. And it's off to Corpus Christi. Yeah, it sure is, John. And got to say, we got Springfield being in San Antonio starting Tuesday through Sunday. Yeah, we do. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Boy, Vanasco walks him on a full count. Right fielder is Marcos Castellon as he's 0 for 2 and 2 groundouts. Boy, needs a home run right here. That one is high in the air. Both outfielders give a chase up to right center for the out. Well, I thought they would have had a little more distance on that, but Castellon is down for the out on the fly, and that'll bring up center fielder Joshua Mears, 0 for 2 and 2 groundouts. Well, Bob, I know that after the Texas League playoffs and somebody wins this title, evidently, what are you going to do? Well, pretty much, John, I'm going to go on vacation. What about you? Same. That's high fly in the air up to right, and that will be out number 2. So, yeah, I got to tell you, John, it's been pretty good. Been a fun summer to be with you and for our entire crew here. And it sure has. But we're not going to say goodbye just yet. We got plenty more baseball to go from here. Yeah, we sure do. We got about a week and a half left more of baseball. You know, one more regular season 6-game set there at San Antonio. And then we say goodbye to the regular season and hello to the playoff rounds. That is right. That is right there. Force out a second, and that's another half inning with no scores. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. 6.5, still no score as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Newell will lead it off. Bottom of 6 for the Tulsa Drillers coming in when we come back. Bottom half of the 6th inning set to go for the Tulsa Drillers is ready to go. Thank you, Bob. And gotta say, bottom half of the 8th inning for the Frisco Rough Riders and the Wichita Wind Surge. Boy, 1-0 Frisco over Wichita. So, one lone run, I gotta tell you, it's a scoreless ball game for them as well. There is Statesman's Park. Yeah, I got to say, John, I mean, just like here in Tulsa, it's been a scoreless evening, and so far we're still looking for some runs. That's right. Determine a winner here tonight, and then tomorrow evening at 7:05 is when Tulsa will end their home games, and one more road travel up to Wichita right after that. You got to say, John, absolutely right. Well, we head now bottom of 6. Chris Newell coming in for Tulsa. 9-1-2 due up for the Drillers. The pitch is right there and in. A changeup will get in for a strike at 0-1. Boy, just see the color difference. You got a gray for San Antonio. I must be colorblind. I'm seeing gold. Yeah, right. Right there up to right, Castellon getting that one. And he runs it down for out number 1. Chris Alleen is coming in, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out to him here this evening. One away, nobody on for Tulsa. Bottom of 6, no score. Swing and miss. That's a count now, 0-1. A lot of 3-up, 3-down innings win behind the bat as they swing. And that's down in the dirt, so he goes to a bunt attempt and comes up empty-handed on that one. Yeah, it sure does, John. Got to mix and match your pitches on most quantities on that one. Yeah, for sure. No balls and 2 strikes to count now to Eileen. Leadoff batter for the Drillers. The 0-2. That one gloved by third baseman Polly, and boy, he reaches up, makes the play, and that's out number 2. Taylor Young 0 for 2. Fly out and the ground out here tonight. Gotta love it. Our fans are seeing a crescent-shaped moon tonight. About 80 to 90% of the moon is covered in shadows. 1-0. Well, the other 10% of it is highlighted in the light. 1 ball and no strikes. I got to say, remarkable evening. That one down to De La Cruz. That's the inning. No runs, hits, or errors for Tulsa as we head to the 7th inning. 6 innings of no score here tonight. On now to the 7th. Polly, Murphy, and Dunn will lead it off for San Antonio when we come back. A new arm for Tulsa will come in. Well, we got to give our proud sponsors out there in San Antonio a greeting from Oklahoma in Tulsa. Yeah, West Creek Trail Rides and Spring Creek Stables. Hello there from Drillville. Also, Henry's Puffy Tacos coming in, watching, and Whataburger served hot and fresh. That is proud sponsor of Drillers baseball tonight. All across the country, if you have a Whataburger, that is good too. It's served hot and fresh 24/7 for all people of the great USA. Well, we head to the 7th inning for San Antonio right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Left-hander John Rooney is called for the Drillers. And what do we know, Bob? Four-seamer is a 93. Slider, cutter, changeup, and change of that. It's really good as well.
Leading off for San Antonio, the third baseman.
Hot corner third baseman Graham Polly stepping in now for San Antonio. Do apologize.
That's a ball.
Yeah, you thought he was for Tulsa, didn't you? Yeah, I sure did. Our top of the 7th for San Antonio. Gold Glove winner Graham Polly stepping in for the Missions. That's right there, 1-1 the count now. 6 innings come and go. No score to this ball game just yet. Hopefully the Missions or Drillers could get in and get something going. That is high fly in the air, and that one is going to watch and carry foul ball. So still hanging on, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, and he gets them down on strikes. Rooney, first one of the relief pitching program. Designated hitter Kai Murphy. Boy, this guy is a really good hitter. And whoa, look out! That one nearly went to his face area. That's a center field base hit for Kai Murphy. Murphy, through this series here in Tulsa, he's had 4 RBIs. 2 of them being home runs. Pretty good right there, John. If he's had 4 RBIs, he's really deserving that AAA call to El Paso. Well, maybe a few more weeks from now, or maybe another season here in San Antonio next year in 2025. Kind of reminds me of during the time that Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella, yeah, remember those 2 names? Yeah, I sure do. We were up in Arkansas during that evening, and they got a phone call saying, hey, you guys are being drafted to the Miami Marlins. Now that's right. So Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella, they packed their bags and left Tulsa, or should I say Arkansas, but anyway, they did that. Oh, double play will get them out of this half inning, and we're going to talk more about that as we have our 7th inning stretch and no score through 7.5. Damon Keith will come in as we get things going. So get up a stretch, still no score through the 7.5 mark here tonight. So yes, we talk about Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella. So the 2 prospects, we were up in Arkansas as San Antonio taking on the Arkansas Travelers that evening. So they got the phone call. Remember that? Yeah, I remember. Go on. And anyway, they said, hey, we're going to get you guys to come up to Miami. And so from Arkansas, they got on the plane. They went to Miami. So pretty much they got to keep their San Antonio jerseys just for a souvenir. Wouldn't you believe that?
Oh, yeah. They deserve them. They're former San Antonio Missions. As we remember Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella, as they were former San Antonio Missions. I got to tell you, they're pretty good. Yeah, they are. We'll remember them from years to come. And yes, they've been with San Antonio during the start of the first half of the regular season. And pretty much really good as well. Well, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, still no score, as we get something going here for the Drillers. Damon Keith coming in, ready to go, pitch high and outside on a changeup. It's 1-0. Golek is having a little chat with the home plate umpire, and he's wondering where that one was. He's calling it was up outside the strike zone, so 1 ball, no strikes to him. That's in for a strike. It's 1-1, even up. What, 2 outs more for Wichita, and still the Rough Riders lead it by 1-0 there, Statesman. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and boy, getting him off on that one. And it's 1-2. Feel like tonight the San Antonio Missions are on cruise control. You know, they've had the starter, and now a reliever knows what he's doing. Catching them off balance is the leadoff 2 guys on the mound for San Antonio. Oh, it's been a fun evening thus far, but we still need a score to win. That one slow rollered to Dunn. Flipped to first to De La Cruz, out number 1.
The first baseman, number 12,
Griffin Lockwood Powell coming in is 0 for 2 and 2 groundouts tonight for the Drillers. Here's the pitch. That one right there and in for a strike. It's 0-1. Boy, one more out for the Wichita Windsurge there at Frisco. Ball game is over, then one more tomorrow. Here's the 0-1. Right there in the end for a strike. It's 0-2. Well, evidently, it would be the last home game of the regular season for the Frisco Rough Riders, Tulsa Drillers, Springfield Cardinals, and Arkansas Travelers. So, pretty good right there. 1-2. That is high fly in the air, and that is getting down for a base hit. Well, the 6 home games left. Corpus Christi taking on Midland. Springfield at San Antonio. Tulsa at Wichita. And Frisco at Amarillo. So Taylor Rushing, or Dalton Rushing, I do apologize. Runner at first, 1 away here in this half inning. That is right there. The second for 1. They get both. Double play. So another 1-2-3 inning here in this one, as we are 7 of no scores. No runs on a hit, no errors in, no one left on, as we go to the top of the 8th and still scoreless. We're back here for this one as we go to the 8th inning for San Antonio, and it's still no score. Wow, Rough Riders get the win over Wichita. Pretty good night for them as they claim their 78th win of the season. So, anyway, that will be 74 losses tonight for the Wichita Wind Surge. Boy, I tell you what, pretty good for them. So, 3.5 back from Midland. Well, who cares? The Rough Riders are first half winners. So, second place is Midland and third place San Antonio. But anyway, I got to say, it probably doesn't really matter who's there. But Rough Riders, they're winning this one tonight by 1-0 there at Statesman's Park. And pretty good one at that. Well, we got to check the game up in Springfield. Cardinals and Northwest Arkansas. Boy, it looks like the Naturals winning the 5th of the 6 games. So they'll win one and make it a 65. So it'd be 65 and 75 and 56 for Springfield as they win tonight in that one. Well, we head for the 8th inning here for San Antonio and be ready to go as a new arm like Aaron Oshizabine. So Oceanbine coming in now for the Drillers as he'll be a right-hander in relief. 4-seam fastball, splitter, slider, and 2-seam fastball in his pitches. Ray Patrick Ditter, the shortstop, striding up now for San Antonio. Takes a strike inside at 0-1. Well, 2 more innings to go, and we are a ball game that is scoreless. First one ever in the Texas League. Even for San Antonio. Kind of reminds me when we took on Corpus Christi. Played 3 innings, get rained out on that one. Corpus Christi went to Tulsa after that. Yeah, sure did, John. And boy, that was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, sure was. That one right there, and he gets it. Right there to first. He stopped it.
Now batting.
So that's one away, and we're going to have to look at that. That's a ground hopper. Boy, and that was a pretty good play right there by the third to first baseman here for Tulsa. Brandon Valenzuela comes in, swings and misses. It's 0-1 to him. Strikeout, fly out, 0 for 2 here tonight. Just a pretty good night for anybody. We're looking for a score.
1-1.
That one, 1-1 the count now. Tanner Dotson coming in, a right-hander, warming up in the bullpen. So I bet he'll be top of the ninth if they can't get nothing going here. And what comes out? That one hit to the short or second baseman, and that's out number 2. Sorry, I was picking at my ears, but anyway, had a little ear itch. Left fielder Corey Howell steps up now, and San Antonio down to their final 4 outs. You know, Drillers may have a good chance of getting in there, or San Antonio, but anyway, only time will tell when we find ourselves a good-looking winner. Yeah, that's true. No balls, 1 strikes to Howell. And a pitch. That's a swing and a miss right there. Boy, you can hear the wind going after that bat. No balls to 2 strikes to count now. And the 0-2. And that's fouled off. Boy, look out, ball boy. Don't get hit in the gut now. Yeah, that would be bad if that was to happen. Yeah, it sure would. No balls to 2 strikes. Here's the pitch again. Chop foul and still hanging on. Yeah, staying alive at a 0-2 count, 2 away, nobody on here in this half inning. That one is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8,164 tonight in this ball game. Pretty good. That is a line drive, and that's up the center for a base hit. Boy, and they get in and get something going. Now all you need is a 2-run shot, and it would untie the ball game. Yeah, I was thinking, John, about that. There's not a lot of hard-hit balls in this one. No, there is not. There hasn't been a hard-hit ball since the top of the first. And now is Marcos Castellanos. He takes a ball outside, down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Fly out in the 6, 0 for 3. Another night for San Antonio here in this one. That one's a swing and a miss. Boy, get him out in stride. And the count now 1-1. That one's in for a strike. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Down and in, 2-2. Two and 2. That one high and outside. 3-2. Full count. Mears awaits on deck for San Antonio. The pitch. That is right there, foul. And still hanging on. Down and in, and then he holds up right there. Ball 4.
Now batting, the center fielder, Joshua Mears.
Joshua Mears coming in now now he's got first and second, 2 away here in this one. That is high in the air, foul. And it'll go past the picnic area. 0 for 3 by Mears. That's in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Boy, another San Antonio batter getting ready to go.
1 ball,
So right there, 1 ball and 2 strikes. They're trying to make him chase. Yeah, they're not going to fall for that one there, John. No, they're not. High pop up right there. And right there, as that will be the play made in foul grounds. And that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 left. Bottom half of the 8th, and it's still no score through 8.5. So back here as Brandon Lewis leads off bottom of the 8th inning for Tulsa when we come back. About ready to go for the bottom of the 8th, right here for the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, Brandon Lewis coming in now as we start up the home half of 8. Still no score here tonight here in Tulsa. That's high pop up right there. De La Cruz getting after it. Makes the grab. That's the half. 1 out right there.
Third baseman, Logan Wagner.
Third baseman Logan Wagner coming in. 1 for 2. Double in the 5th. Here's the pitch. That is high in the air. Castellon running after it. Can't get there, and it's over the wall. Automatic double by Wagner. Boy, and they tried to get after that fastball. Now Wagner in scoring position, and another hit will put him right there, and that's going to get in. And Tulsa gets on the board. RBI single by Noah Miller. Makes it a 1-0 ball game, and San Antonio trailing in that one. Chris Newell coming in. The pitch. That is right there, foul, and it's 0-1. Well, if Tulsa wins here tonight, winner take all tomorrow in the finale of the Drillers homestand and home game of the 2024 season. That is right there, swing and a miss. And that's the count now, 0-2. 0-2. Right there in the inside corner, strike three. Uh-oh, it looks like he's having a temper tantrum as he goes back to the bullpen. He is angry as all get out. He hated that call, but don't compromise yourself to getting ejected by a home plate umpire. A lot of players don't realize that when you argue balls and strikes, that can't be their job. No, it's not their job. That is the home plate umpire's job. And if you do that, then you're just subject to getting yourself into ejection. Yeah, that's for sure. Right there to De La Cruz, and that's the inning. Well, Noah Miller comes around, and that means this ball game is untied. Drillers 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 1 left for Tulsa. Top of the 9th inning, San Antonio coming up to bat right after this. Drillers lead 1-0 over the Missions here tonight. And we'll be back for the 9th inning coming up. Top of the ninth inning for San Antonio right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, gotta say, it's been a perfectly good evening, and if San Antonio loses this one, I gotta say, we got one more game tomorrow evening at 7:05. Get your tickets now at drillersbaseball.com, and evidently, let's go to whoever wins that one tomorrow night. New week, Bob and I are headed back to San Antonio after tomorrow's game, and so far we are getting ready to road travel as we have our 6-game finale against the Springfield Cardinals. And we'll say it's going to be a pretty good 6-game finale. We're a regular season, and we are going to be back on the road as we might head to Frisco for that part 1 and 2 of the Division Series playoff rounds. And yeah, we have our 3 finalists. We're waiting on the 4th one coming in. Midland, Frisco, and Springfield are our first 3. The 4th is unknown. And, well, so far it could be Arkansas. Yeah, I got to say, John, Springfield, 75-56. Losing tonight against Northwest Arkansas. Final score 6-3. And pretty much Arkansas beating Corpus Christi by final 6-1. So the Cardinals, they still lead a 2-run, well, two ball games. I got to say, it's pretty good as well in that one. Yeah, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. And pretty much it has been a pretty good one thus far for our ball clubs, and so far for those that won't make it into the playoff rounds, well, better luck next year, but there's always a next year for us. We're going to be back on Friday, April 4th through the 6th as San Antonio on opening day, taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles in that short 3-game opening weekend series. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. And I tell you one thing, it will be a pretty good one when we get in that one. Yes, and I can't wait to be your partner for another year. And evidently, it's going to be hopefully the year that everything will change and we'll get going on that one. Well, top of the 9th inning for San Antonio, and we have a new arm, Brandon Fisher. Well, Braden Fisher. I do apologize on his mispronunciation of his first name. But anyway, 3 outs left for San Antonio here tonight. Michael De La Cruz coming in as he's ready to go. Tying run, 1-0 ball game. Drillers in the lead. Pretty much in the driver's seat. Yeah, they sure are, John. And I tell you what, it's pretty good on this one. That's a high pop-up right there. Third baseman getting in range. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Graham Paul.
Well, Graham Polly coming in. Whoa, what was that? Oh, just Wagner walking by the camera behind the plate. That's right there in the end for a strike, and it's, I think, a 0-2 count now for third baseman Polly. Or 0-1 count. That one is high in the air. Left fielder gives a chase, and he won't get there, as that will go a 0-2 count for them. 0-2. That's right there. And that drops. That's a base hit. Boy, and you need something else to give you a little picky up. That's what you need. Yeah, no, and we're not done yet. This ball game is far from getting finished. The batter now is the designated hitter, Kai Murphy, as he steps in. 2 for 2, 2 singles tonight. But runner at third after a base hit. Oh, it's at first. Ah, dadgummit. I hate it when that happens. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first. Uh-oh, we got a injury on the field. Oh, no. It seems to me that Braden Fisher is clutching the elbow, and this could be anything. The hope is that it's some soreness, but the possibility exists that it could be more serious. Fisher will need to be removed from this game and will be off shortly to have an MRI taken. Tanner Dotson coming in for the injured teammate. Filling in for Braden Fisher. Our hopes and prayers to him and his family tonight as he's going through a serious time with that arm of his. Hi, Murphy coming in. That's a swing and a miss right there. Get him down, and that's out number 2. Well, last one up for San Antonio tonight. Second baseman Dunn coming in. So Braden Fisher, keep him in our prayers as we go through the rest of this game. Eduardo Salazar coming in, a right-hander. Warming up in the Drillers bullpen. 1-0 Tulsa, 2 out, runner at first. That one is outside, 1-1. Final out for San Antonio here tonight. One. Swing and a miss, and that is down in the count, 1-2. And they're down against it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Strike 3, and Drillers win it. Final 1-0. Man, good game for them as that one lone run propels them to the W. Yeah, it sure does. Well, the 54th of the year for San Antonio. 61st for the Tulsa Drillers. But pretty much everybody played tonight, so that is good. So really good.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Drillers, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the Mission, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, gotta say, the Drillers get a lone run hit. And I do gotta say, the bottom of the 8th inning was just a 1. So Tulsa, by this game, wins against San Antonio 1-0. Logan Wagner's player of the game. He had 2 for 3, 2 bases. Aaron Oshabine is the winner on the mound for Tulsa. Stephen Kolek is the loss for San Antonio. Save will go to Tanner Dotson. Well, our thoughts and prayers tonight for that guy clutching his arm. And that was pretty much, we're going to see what his name was again, but evidently he was. Oh yeah, Braden Fisher is pretty much out of the ball game as he had an injury. He was clutching that arm of his, and evidently he left after probably the top half of the ninth inning, and he was in a lot of pain as he told the manager what was going on, and he's getting out there, and well, athletic trainers come out and they're wondering what was wrong with him. But anyway, he was escorted off the field by medical staff. They're going to take him to the Tulsa hospital, and they're going to MRI check him and stuff. But anyway, we are keeping him in thoughts and prayers tonight. And hopefully it's nothing serious, but if it's a possibility that exists, it could be a lot more serious than we all realize. Well, anyway, tonight was a beautiful day and, well, beautiful night, should I say. First inning was absolutely beautiful. Sunset. It was great. I mean, temperatures felt so good. I've never felt temperatures like this before. How about you, Bob? Well, I got to say, John, absolutely right. And to tell you one thing, it feels like fall out. Yeah, it does. Well, all of us cannot wait for the off season, and so far all that's been realized is it's been a perfectly good baseball year for everybody. San Antonio and Tulsa and pretty much everybody in the Texas League. But anyway, one more game left as San Antonio nearly completes their road travel for the 2024 year. But one more home game for Tulsa as the Drillers. Well, this is it. Get your tickets now at drillersbaseball.com, and you are good to go. Well, our teams that have one more home game left of the year is Arkansas, Tulsa, Midland, and Frisco. And pretty much our four ball clubs that have one more home game left. And then we got 6 games starting next week. San Antonio is home Tuesday through Sunday taking on Springfield. Amarillo is home taking on the Frisco Rough Riders. Wichita is taking on the Tulsa Drillers. And pretty much thinking we got Northwest Arkansas and Arkansas going head-to-head. So Arkansas at Northwest Arkansas, there we go. And pretty much Corpus Christi and Midland going head-to-head. So pretty good on our final 6 game sets. Okay, so we're going to say that again. We got San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Wichita, Northwest Arkansas, and Amarillo. Final 6 games next week of the regular season finale for those ball clubs. But anyway, pretty good as well. Well, we'll go over runs, hits, and errors, and we'll wrap it up for the night. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for Tulsa. For San Antonio, no runs on 5 hits only and no errors. Gotta say, hope y'all travel home safely. And we have one more tomorrow as we get ready to close it out. And we say goodbye to the Tulsa Drillers for the year. And so far, we'll keep them up to date there in Wichita. Like the beautiful porch area. That's where the Wind Surge will play from now on. Gotta love the baseball park, the porch. It's really good, right, Bob?
I gotta say, John, it is for a Minnesota Twins Double A affiliation. It's really good. That sure is. Well, anyway, it's been a pretty good, exciting day today, and well, so far, I just hope and pray that everybody does good. But we keep in prayer Braden Fisher. Remember that name? He's a pitcher, reserve, or whatever he is. But anyway, we're going to keep him in prayers tonight and keep him in full recovery. We'll see what happens. But anyway, well, for this ball game to be a one-run victory for Tulsa, it kind of reminds me of Midland, Nelly. You know, the Rockhounds winning one run during their 2017 campaign. It was pretty good for the Rockhounds during that year, and they took on the Drillers for a best of 5, and they claimed the 4th Texas League pennant and trophy, well, of them all and stuff. But anyway, it was pretty good. They won that final by 1-0 against Tulsa, and pretty much it was really good. Yeah, it sure was, John. Won't forget those years where Midland was a four-peat. Yeah, that's right. Rockhounds win 2014 through 17, and so far pretty good on that. Well, anyway, we say goodnight and farewell for now. We'll meet up one more time here in Tulsa, and then it's our road travel back to San Antonio right after that. Well, for all of us, our final score, the Drillers won, San Antonio nothing. So this has been Drillers baseball here tonight, and y'all have a good rest of your evening. I'm stuttery this evening, but anyway. Safe travels home and stuff. And yeah, get home safely. That's what matters. But anyway, y'all have a good night. And we'll see y'all again tomorrow evening. First pitch, 7 o'clock. Gates open 6.